live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, Step. We don't usually talk too much about golf unless there is something super serious or spicy going on.
Yeah.
And so with the Ryder Cup coming up very soon, the question we have is, can the U.S. Ryder Cup team get along long enough to win?
Yeah. And so we had this conversation
yesterday,
about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, no, yes. Oh, about the,
about the two individuals.
The social media.
Yeah, who is it? I can't remember now.
I believe it was, hold on, let me make sure I go back so that we can, we make sure we get it.
I can't think of their names. Why can't I think of their names?
Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka.
It was Brooks. Okay, I thought it was Brooks. Okay, so there's beef between the two of them, social media beef that we talked about a few weeks ago, where it spilled out onto now the fans.
They were thumb thugging on Twitter. And then the fans jumped in.
Yeah, the fans
started choosing sides.
They've chosen a side for sure.
Yeah.
And so it's made things a little more difficult. And so now they have to participate on this U.S. Riders team together. So I'm just curious as to how this is supposed to go. I don't know, because so what I understand of it, because I'm not a huge golf fan, is they pair up.
Right. Oh, you know what I'm hoping for. Oh, you know what I'm hoping for. Pair them up, Jesus. Pair them up.
That would be the death of the team. Okay.
No, listen. You are being short-sighted here, Step. You are being short-sighted. This is what you're missing. Because you just said it. You don't really pay much attention to golf anyway.
I do not.
Now imagine if these jokers are on the same team.
All in it. Yeah.
And they are paired together.
Yeah.
And they get to arguing on the course and we see a fist fight.
You know, went all the way left with it. Like, I'm just okay.
Golf has to have some type of entertainment value. They shushing everybody, telling everybody to be quiet. Tiger, my cousin, I can say something. Don't shush me.
Don't shush me. That's right. Like, that's the wrong thing to do. Must not be no black people coming to your event, because we don't get shushed, baby.
Look, that's what I was talking about. Cedric Entertainer was like, Tiger, my cousin, I can say something.
Right. So, okay. But yes, you went left, but I just don't know. I don't know, like, if this is going, I don't, like.
Okay, now I did go left.
You went left.
Now, would that not be a moment?
Oh, that's going viral. That's going to be the whole talk of everything. Trust me, if it happens, people will definitely be paying attention to golf after that. Listen,
I will find a way to get that clip and post it to our video as we send it out into the world on our YouTube channel.
That would be funny. And see, my mind in these conspiracy theories goes to, would they pair them together on purpose?
It's the only thing that makes it for entertainment value. It's the only thing that makes sense. Now, think about it, because we talked about this when we talked about that story, that in the past, this wouldn't even have been a thing.
No.
So they're letting it go.
Been encouraged by the golf world.
Imagine not pairing these two. And you're trying to support a TV contract. Imagine not pairing them. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
All right, golf, give me some entertainment. As a matter of fact, don't even give them their little golf gloves that they be using. Just give them boxing gloves. And right there on the 18th hole, right there in the green, just let them squab it out.
Well, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Be surprised.
It should be interesting. If something,
right.
that'll be, I don't know.
Fine.
Like I doubt anything like that has ever happened. Like not professional anyway. To the point because you think it has.
Well, I was going to say like certainly not that we would have known of, right?
Right,
because,
right.
If it wasn't for the Twitter feud, we wouldn't have known about this either, right?
Right.
And so if they had an issue behind the scenes, at least they would have been, what's the word I'm looking for? Tactful, responsible. One of the words to keep whatever it is that's between the two of them off the green.
Yeah.
But the fact that this spilled over onto Twitter, I think,
Yeah. Now it's out there for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Everybody's consumed it.
It's just, yeah. And the thing I think about is, so do your caddies get involved? Like, with football, baseball, sports like soccer, when somebody get into a fight, everybody, like, so are your caddies gonna get involved? Oh, like, okay, y'all, we just making it messy.
Oh,
anyway. Yeah. Look at you over there like, yeah.
a melee on the 18th.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah, melee on the greens. That'll be it right there, right? Wow. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. I hope that they can. My personal hope is that they can practice some professionalism.
Yeah, true. I'm joking, but you're right.
Yeah.
I would prefer this, especially with a game like golf. Now, if this was baseball or hockey, then I would welcome
hockey,
it.
We've gone down for sure. Like for real. Like what? Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter that you on my team. We fight.
In all seriousness, I don't want to see that in golf. I don't.
That right.
I feel like one of these sports has to remain.
Fight too.
It really would.
It would be a horrible fight. Like y'all, I mean, not to say that you're not athletes, but just a horrible fight. Just a horrible fight. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm going to put the quote.
Not to say that you're not athletes.
Stephanie says golfers are not athletes.
Making me feel like I'm Shannon Crowder over here.
Right.
Well, that ain't really no.
Well, that ain't no sport.
You ride in a car. You're not a real athlete.
Oh man.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
Shannon Crowder's forever telling somebody they're not an athlete.
They're not an athlete. Yeah.
He's hilarious though. I love that whole podcast.
I do too.
Those jokers are hilarious.
I love them. That's the only podcast I watch outside of our own.
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch All the Smoke. I gotta go watch All the Smoke. Cam was on there.
I haven't seen All the Smoke in a while.
Cam on it. I got to go see the one that they had Cam on. Gotta go see. But outside of that,
I think I Am Athlete is the only one I watch.
That's the only one I watch. I'm saying that's the only one I watch. But I'm going to watch that one episode of All the Smoke with Cam Newton that just came out. I'm going to watch that.
I have been watching Uncle Shay Shay. And
the
one that I watched recently that I really, really enjoyed was Pam and JaVale McGee. Because his mom was a gold medalist.
I love them. I watched their show when they were on, so I love them.
That's right. Okay. But them on the podcast on Uncle Shay Shay, that was a really good interview.
I can't even imagine his country stuff and them two.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh. I can't even imagine. I might have to go check that one out.
I think you'd like that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out then. All right.
Now this one right here, this is another one of those stories that you told me about because I had absolutely no idea when you told me about this story of it was the FBI who made the decision not to show up for the hearing on Capitol Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And so Simone Biles and some of the other women who were survivors of Larry Nassir's, I don't even know what to call it, abuse.
Yes.
Went to Congress, went to Capitol Hill, to testify about, what they experienced, what happened.
Yeah.
And it sucks because when I think about this, I think about the fact that she has to like continue to relive it. And this isn't to like minimize any of the other young ladies who testified as well. We know that Simone Biles is the big name, and so I wish healing for all of those young women.
Absolutely.
But when I think about like just how much she had to endure with people calling her a quitter this summer, and people, not really understanding the sport,
Gravity and
gymnastics,
magnitude. Yeah.
and what she was dealing with. For her to have to go through this and relive that again, my heart goes out to her because not everybody understands this. You know what I'm saying?
That's a huge mantle.
Right.
It really is. It's a huge mantle. It is. Yeah.
And so you told me about it. What did you think about the part of the FBI agents deciding not to show up? Because reportedly they didn't do enough when they were investigating.
Correct.
What happened?
Well, this speaks to the deep-rooted misogyny that exists still in parts of our society.
Well, it's embedded in our society.
The fact that this was gymnasts, women, females, who basically came out against this person. It's just not given the weight that it deserves.
Right.
Because they're females. Thoughts like, y'all walk around in essentially bathing suits or skimpy clothes, that kind of, those are the, and I just feel like we got to think too, when all of this investigation started, we had probably in at least my lifetime, I will say, the most openly misogynistic president we've ever had in this country. And if you had anything to do with it, then it took less precedence than a lot of things in your mind. Therefore, not putting a lot of energy or effort into actually investigating what happened to these young ladies. It wasn't a priority.
Right.
So I just feel like this is just another example of what we got to work on in this country, essentially. And stop sweeping stuff under the rug. Stop acting like, if you don't say it, it doesn't exist, because it does. It's right here in your face.
Right.
I'm proud of each and every one of these young ladies. Like you said, Simone Biles is kind of like the face of USA women's gymnastics period. And so I'm proud of them for making that extra step to say, no, it's not okay. So what, the FBI didn't do their job? We're going to come here and we're going to tell you our story. Somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to do something, because the thing that it does, it doesn't do anything for them. What's happened has happened, right? Other than allowing them to get out there what they feel about it. But what it does do is, and that's why I'm proud of them, is it allows them to protect the next generation.
Yeah.
From a culture that probably exists within gymnastics.
Right.
And so I'm proud of them for doing what they did, in the passionate way in which she spoke. Her honesty was refreshing. Even in the midst of it, there's some harsh feelings there
Mhm.
about what happened, and you were able to get past those to still do what you knew was best for the overall. You know what I mean? And so
Right.
I just really, I don't know. It's sad that we still live in that space. It's sad that,
Right.
you know, so many of these types of things, why women don't come forward in the first place. It's because stuff like this. Like, I gotta go be grilled and put on pretty much, I'm being put on trial and I didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Crazy.
So either way.
Yeah. It's just sad to talk about and think about, you know.
It is. It is. I mean, just
It's like you expect so much.
Hmm.
And maybe it's me being idealist. You expect so much more from this country. You don't expect the FBI to fumble an
Sure.
investigation like this, you know.
I'll be
And
curious. We have to watch this story, Jarrett, to see what they do after
yeah.
whether Congress is going to what Congress is now going to do. You know what I
In
mean?
response,
Not just to them, but make them do, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, now going forward, how do we move forward? This is the problem. This is what happened. This is what's not happened. Now, how do we move forward? That's kind of where I'm like, what's going to be? Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to see what happens with that.
Again, prayers up to all of these young ladies, you know.
Yeah.
I pray for
They
the
keep
healing.
going.
Yeah.
And they keep going. That's the thing. My God, the strength it takes.
Right.
You become the GOAT
Mhm.
after this has happened. Come on, the strength it took.
Right.
Yeah, I need anybody who got anything bad to say about Simone Biles to come see me. That's all I got to say.
Oh.
Yeah.
You gonna talk shooting boxing gloves?
Listen, I got maybe go buy me none, because I'll be out here in the front waiting on you.
Right.
No, we're not doing that. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No smack. So she's not the only one that we can be proud of, though.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think in looking at this next story with Sue Bird and Meagan Rapinoe,
yeah,
using their voices to urge the Supreme Court to take a look at some of these states and their assault on women is what I believe it is.
Because it's all the same thing, right? Misogyny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is misogyny in its grandest form, because you feel I'm the man, I can make these decisions. I don't, that kind of thing.
I
make me throw up in my mouth.
I should be able to tell you what to do with your womb. Makes no sense to me.
I gotta find this TikTok. This dude on TikTok, after they passed the law in Texas, this dude got on TikTok going off, Jarrett. He said, so if tomorrow a state said you have to get a vasectomy, are you gonna be okay with
that? Okay, I'm sorry.
So anyway, anybody
let's
else?
Skip on past that.
Okay, y'all don't know the story. You know why he said yes. Somebody else.
Oh man, okay. I'm sorry.
But the point being, like, me telling you as a man, you got to go get, like, me saying to you, you have to get a vasectomy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because telling me I'm gonna have to do anything, I'm gonna look at you crazy. Yeah.
It's been an uproar.
Yeah.
Like, what? You want me to what? Do who, well?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. So I thought that was a really good way to put it, because people sometimes make it make sense, right? You need to turn it around and make it something that makes it poignant and is important to them. Right. So yeah, so the same way you tell me what to do my womb, what if I told you that's what you need to do with your man parts? Your
man parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know that wouldn't happen.
Oh no. But so this is all just kind of really speaks to misogyny. All of this does. And so I'm really proud of these female athletes for using their platforms and using their voices to speak on things that they know are not right.
Yeah.
I love it. Love
Me
it.
too. Yeah.
Love it. It could have been a feel-good final thought if our feel-good final thought wasn't so much
Right.
better.
I'm about to say it feels a little more gooder.
Gooder. There we go. It's gooder, y'all.
Gooder and gooder.
Yeah.
No,
Here we go.
nah, but yeah, shout out to them. What I feel like I haven't seen, and I don't want to be unfair to anybody, so I'm gonna say I haven't seen it. I would like for some of the men athletes to kind of speak up on this.
Yeah. Especially the super Rapinoe,
Yeah.
that one.
That one. Yeah, no, absolutely.
That
That's the part I was talking about. Like I'd love to hear somebody come forward and say something.
It's such a touchy subject for people.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's one of those things where it's not even about whether you believe in it or not. It's just somebody's right to or not.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Oh, somebody else on TikTok even said, but you gonna tell me what to do with my womb, but you fussing about your rights when it comes to wearing a mask.
Yeah. Make it make sense, people.
Make it make sense, please. A piece of cloth, my womb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. But yeah, so it's, but they're not, this isn't a, whether it's a right or wrong or whether you go for or pro or against. This is literally just a human being's rights.
Right.
That's what they're talking
about. Make the
about.
decision about their body.
You can't make a decision for her about her body. So yeah, interesting though. It's gonna be a whole bunch of mass leaving of Texas, I'm sure. Yeah. Or at least a whole bunch of people going other places to visit. Hint, hint.
True. Which probably needs to happen anyway. I already said that Florida just needs to secede from the union. I think Texas is there too. Let's go ahead.
Oh.
Let's go ahead. Join Mexico.
No. Not Florida. Texas can.
No, Texas. No, I'm saying Texas join.
Yeah, no, I need Florida to stay in the contiguous United States.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. Okay. Now, maybe you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, I needed to stay. Please and thank you. Yes, thank you. Anyway.
Lord. All right.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.